46. And Bloomingdale's going to be shut down at Gravely.
It's a rainy night in Sullivan County, Tennessee.
1050, go ahead and show me out here at 169 at Gravely and Limited. 2 cars been involved in a collision with each other, possible injuries. People drive on dry roads for so long that when it gets wet, they kind of forget that it gets slick. There's a lot more crashes. We're getting close. Ma'am, are you okay?
What's going on? Good, slow, deep breath. In through your nose, out through your mouth.
I can't feel it.
You got a panic attack? Okay.
In Sullivan County, Tennessee, Deputy Travis Jackson commands the scene of a horrific accident.
Where's the other people?
Other people are down in the Jeep down the hill.
Okay. Were y'all involved? So what happened? Y'all just...
We went to brake to turn, and then all of a sudden, boom, got hit in the rear end.
This gentleman, he's going to check you out.
Are you hurting anywhere?
My back's hurting, but her head, she went all the way forward and snapped all the way back. I saw her head going, so...
Both of you wearing your seatbelts?
Yeah. Yes.
They're complaining of injuries. They're going to be checked out by EMS right now. Vehicle 1, which was the Jeep, pulled up to stop, make a left turn onto the side street, and apparently this vehicle was coming down through, didn't see it, and rear-ended it. You can look at the damage, and the damage corroborates that story.
You guys gonna be okay?
I think so.
Try to have a good night, okay?
We're almost home.
I understand.
Everybody seems okay. Nobody's getting transported.
Once the women whose vehicle was rear-ended leave the scene, Deputy Jackson questions the driver who allegedly caused the accident.
Are you okay? Now, I know you're upset right now. I just got to ask you about what happened.
I looked up for 2 seconds to change the song on my phone, and I looked back up and they were stopped, and I tried to stop, but my car slid because of the rain. All I can remember is just smashing into them and thinking about it. I've literally had it for 2 weeks, and I just totaled it.
These things happen. Trust me, this is not the end of the world type thing. And think about it like this, it could be a whole bunch worse. Most important thing is that you're okay, though. Take care, okay? Right now, it's a high-stress situation. She's just acting in the moment. When she has time to think about it and relax a little bit, trust me, she's gonna be thankful that everything happened the way it did. You can see it, pretty extensive damage, and for nobody to be hurt, that's a good night.
We got your way, man.
Works for me. Thank you.
As the rain wears on in Sullivan County, 70 miles through the mountains in Ashe County, North Carolina, Sergeant Aaron Reed responds to a report of a violent family incident.
Right now we're going to a domestic call. Initially came out as a assault had occurred. Somebody had been slapped. They've called back and said that the male subject had assaulted somebody with a hammer. So now we're running emergency traffic because we do have a subject with a hammer. Apparently there's several family members involved. The male subject has the hammer is an elderly man, possibly with dementia. He may not understand what's going on. Something about the situation may just have him scared. Okay, what's going on?
Me and my brother was arguing, and then my mom was trying to keep my dad out of the bedroom. And then he pushed her through the door and came in there and then hauled off and punched me really hard in the back of my head and then kicked me in the hip. And I walked across the porch trying to get away from him, and he kept trying to punch me in the face. So I picked up the hammer to make him back away, and he wouldn't back away from me, and he grabbed my arm really hard and tried to break it and take the hammer out of my arm.
Are you bruised anywhere, anything, bleeding?
I'm bruised, but
Where did you say he kicked you?
he kicked me right here in the hip.
Okay, do you think you're bruised on the hip?
No, I looked.
Okay, what's your relation?
He's my stepdad.
He's your stepdad?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is this your mom?
Yeah, it is. He also shoved her in the other bed and then shoved her on the porch when she was trying to get him off of me.
Okay. What happened from your perspective?
I got in between them, and I put her in the bedroom and shut the door, and my husband came at me and pushed me out of the way and opened the door and come in. He slung me on the bed and come after her.
Okay. If y'all could stay right here for me, let me go here and talk to the other deputy.
Deputy Tony Blevins has already questioned the alleged victim's stepfather, Leroy Rash, and her sibling, Jesse.
The young boy, the 16-year-old that's fighting with her, has got marks on his arm. So
Where'd they come from?
from her.
He's got marks. Are they visible? Heavily?
It's on his arm, you know. It's just brother and sister fighting, but you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Gonna do one, might as well do
Do them all, yeah.
Yeah.
How are you? All right. Are you hurt anywhere? No.
No.
You're okay?
I'm fine.
All right.
It's a wonder my fist ain't sore because I hit Grace in the back of the head because she kept on and on and on. I was trying to hit her in the mouth and she turned her head.
You're gonna go to jail.
Stand up, turn around, put your hands
Hey, wait a minute.
No, we're not waiting anymore. Stand up.
Let me explain.
You're gonna go with him
up,
if you don't
sir.
move your hand.
Let me
Go
explain.
ahead and stand up.
Jesse, quit. Leave the officers alone.
Just turn around, put your hands behind your back. All right, if you're not gonna give any trouble, we'll put them on the
I
front.
had
Okay?
strokes, and if you
Okay.
hurt me,
Okay. We're gonna be easy
We're
on
not
you.
gonna hurt you.
well, you better watch my fist because it'll hit you.
Well,
Don't do
I
that.
will hurt you if you do that.
No right arresting him.
The state law says if you punch your family member in the face, we have to take you. We'll walk on down to the car. You can sit down. I don't want you to fall. That's his medicines?
Yeah.
Okay. We can take it off.
Jesse, you can push if you want to.
All right. Just sit tight right there.
Can I have some air, please?
Yeah, I'll crack a window for you.
After Leroy Rash sees a judge, bond will be set, and if paid, he will be able to return home. The officers suspect they haven't seen the last of Leroy and his family. As justice is served in Ashe County, 2 hours away in Sullivan County, Tennessee, Deputy Brad Lawson is on a routine patrol when he receives a rousing call from Deputy Burke Murray.
Hello. Go get what? Oh, nice. You just made my day. I love you.
The officers have just received a tip about the potential whereabouts of 2 fugitives.
Gloves and the glasses are coming on. You know what we're getting ready to do? We're going after 2 people on the most wanted list. Supposedly living in a tent.
A local couple, husband and wife Logan and Rose Leedy, has been on the run from the law for about a year.
I'm excited about this. Like somebody standing in line on Black Friday for towels at Walmart. No.
Deputies Lawson and Murray rendezvous in a nearby parking lot.
Pictures of these toads. What's it? 310-4. Looks like he's about third from the left of the Darwin store. Can't walk in like they have been on the road forever. What's her name? Rose Leedy. On the road. Supposed to be living in a tent out there off Peachwood down by the river. You got a violation of probation. Once they got any kids out there? No, we went and looked, but the parents have got the kids. We've knocked and talked to the house where they're supposed to be 2 or 3 times. Mom keeps saying she don't know where they're at. Somebody finally called in on them. 10-fold. 10-fold. Perfect day to do it. Good and rainy. You done that trail before? Yeah, I know exactly. A couple, they're on the run. They know that they're wanted. They have a house, but they've been hiding out in the tent in the woods, so we're gonna go see if they're there. You don't know if they got weapons in that tent. how hidden they are back in there. Like if they got it set up, maybe they're on a little hill, they can see us coming, so they'd have the advantage, you know. You don't know what their demeanor is. They could be one of them people like, oh, I'm not going to jail, I'm gonna do anything I can to stay out of jail. I'm recording now.
Deputies carefully proceed down the path by the river, staying alert for anything.
For tracks. It's locked.
This could be the perfect hiding place for the husband and wife fugitives who may be armed.
What's unpredictable about those situations is usually the person we're going to make contact knows that area well. They're heavily camouflaged. They usually see you coming before you can locate them. They have the advantage, so you have to approach with caution as much as you can.
In Sullivan County, Tennessee, deputies Burke Murray and Brad Lawson have received a tip that two of the region's most wanted fugitives, husband and wife Logan and Rose Leedy, are hiding in a wooded area down by the river. The Leedys are wanted for a series of thefts and have been on the lam for about a year. The officers close in on an abandoned building where they suspect the couple has taken refuge.
Is it open?
Hasn't been open in a while. Let's see through the hole over here.
With the small building proving to be a bust, the deputies press on deeper into the woods.
It goes way back in here.
Deputy Lawson's years of experience tell him they're on the right track.
If I was hiding out, I wouldn't be at the front. I'd be way back here. This would be the spot if somebody was hiding out.
Deputy Lawson's suspicions seem to be confirmed.
It looks like a big fire pit. Guarantee you this is it.
Been there for a while, not too long.
Nope.
They're not here now.
With the trail cold and soggy, the deputies wrap up their search for the time being.
I'd say that was good info at one time, but with all this rain, I'd say they've moved off. So as long as they don't know that we know this, they'll come back. All right, we'll keep checking.
It's supposed to be nice this weekend. It's been raining for about 3 days. Heavy, steady. Eventually, hopefully, we'll catch up to them.
As the hunt for Rose and Logan Leedy continues, elsewhere in Sullivan County, another team of officers is out to serve a warrant on a fugitive believed to be staying with his family.
This family, they always have warrants. We've had dealings with them before. They always stay the same place, and it's their mom's house, so typically they're very resistant. Yeah, they don't want nobody to come in their residence. They've been doing it for a little while. They're used to the game, so hopefully they'll be here when we get up here.
Patrick Henson ran from officers the last time they tried to arrest him, so this time they're taking no chances. Deputies rush to cover the back of the house, while Poff and Jackson approach the front.
Nice. An older man. Hello, how are you?
Fine, how you doing, boss?
Hey, not too bad. Is Patrick in there?
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
Can you come here and talk to us?
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you. It's easier than I thought.
Several minutes pass and no one returns to the door. The officers continue scanning the property, looking for any signs of Patrick.
Knock on the door again.
Hi, it's my house.
Where's Patrick at?
I don't know, he's not here.
Okay, he just.
What do you need?
You know the game. We're not doing this over and over again. He already said he's here. He has a warrant.
No, he said he would check. That's Patrick's dad.
No, I said, is Patrick here? He said yes. I said, will you go get him? He said yes.
Well, let me check.
I don't shut the door again, because
No, I have dogs that will bite. I'm not going to
just leave it crack. Leave it crack, because I don't trust you all.
Hold it, or they will get out
We'll take the dog to a room and put it in the room.
I can't do that. I have 3 of them.
As the woman steps back inside, someone else approaches the door.
Matt, don't shut the door.
She doesn't want you crossing the threshold.
Open the door.
Well, we want this door closed.
We got a
Do you
warrant.
have an arrest warrant?
Yes, we do. There's this address on it. We have a right to search, and I don't want y'all shutting the door.
No, you don't. Just because we open the door doesn't allow you in here, and you know that.
Yes, it does.
How? You don't have reasonable doubt to believe he's here.
We got a warrant, like I said, to be in this residence to look for Patrick. Officer Jackson, you want to come on up here?
I'm just telling you the truth. It's not my house, so.
Whoever's house it is.
You out or not.
Where's your mom at?
She's back there probably behind Patrick.
Mom, you need to come here, because he's got his foot wedged in the door. He's got an arrest warrant, but they don't know if he's here or not. Okay. Well, what do you want to do here?
Keep a good eye on the lower levels.
The deputies and Patrick's family are in a good old-fashioned Tennessee standoff. In Sullivan County, Tennessee, deputies are in a standoff. They've come to arrest Patrick Henson, but his family is stonewalling them.
He's got an arrest warrant, but they don't know if he's here or not. Okay. Well, what do you want to do here? His foot's in the door.
Keep a good eye on the lower levels. If she's the homeowner, she needs to come to the door and talk to us.
Matt.
Yeah, I don't want to.
She's the homeowner, so she needs to come.
There he is.
Finally, Patrick comes to the front door.
I'll cause no problem.
I was getting ready to see my daughter, man. If y'all could have came 3 hours later, I'd have
He's
came.
just going to see his daughter. We haven't seen in 2 weeks because we don't have a car. Could we not
no
just...
more.
No more
I mean, honestly, because we could take you to jail. So, I mean, for saying he wasn't in there. So.
I was just going to see my daughter.
I didn't say that. I said I'd see.
No more talking.
No.
Close the door.
We're ready to roll. You know, they done the same thing. They always do. I don't want to let you in, wanting to say he's not there, can't prove that he's there, so they think if you can't prove they're there, that you can't come in. They think they're lawyers, basically, so ended up, you know, stayed there long enough. Eventually, Patrick just came on out. So luckily we didn't have to force our way in because that would have been the next step. We were just being courteous, giving them the time to let him come out instead of us having to go in and get him.
But this isn't Deputy Poff's first encounter with Patrick.
Poff knows me.
All too well.
I went to school with Poff. He's all right.
Yeah.
I took that sweet whiskey once I knew you was good. It's gonna be a long day in Blooming. About 10 minutes, I was going to see my daughter for her 5th birthday. So it's kind of like, damn, man, if y'all would have given me 5 more hours, I would have showed up here.
All right, let's go around the corner over here to the left.
Once someone posts bail for Patrick, he will be free to leave.
My bond's $500, so I'd owe you 50. You know, my dad will pay it when you get there. Appreciate you.
as Patrick waits to be bailed out of jail. Over in Ashe County, North Carolina, a report of a domestic emergency comes in from a family that officers have visited all too often.
Her husband has dementia. She's advising his daughter is there trying to take him out of the home at this time.
Deputy Jeremy Monday races to the home of Leroy Rash, the same man who was arrested for striking his stepdaughter. This time, the disturbance involves Leroy's daughter, Melissa.
Just got a call to a domestic situation. Apparently, it's a dementia patient, and the daughter's trying to get the dementia patient out of the house. Probably really not a domestic, it's just they're trying to do the right thing for them. But we're gonna go out here and check and make sure.
Deputy Monday is joined by Sergeant Daryl McClure.
What's going on?
He has vascular dementia. Melissa's in there trying to get him to leave with her. Well, she's messed up on pills. She thinks she can take him out of here.
She don't live here, does she? Who lives here?
Yeah.
You want her here?
No, I don't. I've asked her to
Okay.
leave several times.
What's going on?
This is my dad. He's in a pretty bad state. He's got pneumonia. He's had 2 massive strokes a year ago. The stress is really getting the best of him. So I've agreed to take him with me, get a motel room, get him a break, and she don't want him to go.
I'm absolutely sure that if I keep on living here with her, that I'm gonna pass away or from being stressed out and tormented so much.
I mean, I've got those. And I'm not gonna lie to you. She's probably gonna tell you I've not got a stable home, but I'm gonna rent a motel.
And I got plenty of
Well,
money.
here's the bottom line. He stays here,
And she don't want you here.
and
that's
she don't
the
want you here, and she said he's not going anywhere.
thing. Now, is she your caretaker? You can carry yourself? She got power of attorney, or?
They're just married. There's no power of
She's
attorney.
I don't want to stay with my wife.
He don't want to be here now.
And you're forcing me to stay.
I'm not forcing you to stay anywhere. You're free to leave anytime you want to.
Well, I want to leave with her. Good God, what's wrong with y'all?
This is what we're trying to say. You can't be on the property. But if you was so happen to drive down the road and you see your dad there walking, get him in the car and take him.
Hey, sir, you're free to leave if you want to go.
But make sure you get your clothes and your medication.
I don't even want to get my clothes.
You have to have your medication.
Sir, and it's raining out here. You might need to get a jacket if you want.
He's wanting to leave like that, let him leave like that.
He needs to.
He's a going if yes, are going with him.
He's got no shit. Yeah, he's got medication.
He's ready to go.
Melissa, it's on your hands. Like getting no medicine.
He's got to have his medicine if he goes anywhere. You can't deny him his medicine.
He is his own person, so he can leave at his own free will. Just like you, if you wanted to leave, you could leave. He has just as much right to his cars and his medication as you do.
Melissa's not getting in that car. She's messed up on pills.
I am not.
Who's got license?
And I have driver's license, so they need to get in the car with me because they don't. Nobody got no driver's license to be driving no other car.
Since neither Melissa nor her father Leroy can legally drive,
Yeah, I know you have a driver's license.
a family friend volunteers to give them a ride to a motel. Meanwhile, Leroy's son Jesse tries to convince his father and Melissa not to drive away. When they refuse to get out of the car, Jesse kicks the vehicle in anger. Melissa races from the scene.
Now, whatever help he needs, I don't know. I'm not been here, but you do. We have to do what the man's rights are.
Where'd she go? She took my car and it's in my name. You don't have a license and she's messed up on pills.
Which way did she go? Down this way? 120 to any SHP car, 10-8. Be on the lookout for a white 2002 Impala with Virginia plates.
112 County, I'm 10-8, be en route to Find the vehicle.
Okay, what we had there was what I like to call a good mess.
What started as a domestic disturbance has escalated into a high-speed pursuit. Ashe County, North Carolina, it's a race against time to catch a getaway vehicle.
112 County, I'm 10-8. Be en route to find the vehicle.
Deputies are on the hunt for Melissa Rash. After a heated family argument, Melissa has taken a family member's car and is driving her father, Leroy, without a license.
That's 15 to 120 or 112. Vehicle head back towards town.
10-10, we've located the vehicle.
Copy, 10 to 1. Go ahead, 120.
Well, let's see your license. You ain't got them, do you?
I have no license.
And you just drove out of there. All right, come on, let's go. No, you ain't got no license, you're going to jail.
I just moved the car. They were kicking the car.
Well, it don't matter, you drove it on the highway.
Well, I had to get out of there.
Oh, my God.
120 County, I've located it, Browns Chapel. I'll be 1072, one white female.
My boyfriend has license.
It still don't matter.
I had to.
I'm not driving no
my
more.
car.
It don't matter, you drove it from there to right there.
Was he supposed to kill me or shoot me before I drove the car?
That's why.
So you have no driver's license, you drove on the state highway with no driver's license.
Who was kicking the car? My son.
I mean, you got in the car and you drove down the road. Come on.
Let the judge decide. Quit arguing.
I gotta go to jail, Leroy.
Thank you for your help.
Well, I mean, I don't know where to put you now.
He's his own person. Take him
Well,
back
we
to the house.
can't leave him out here like this.
They're not forcing me to go home, though. Just go ahead and leave and do what you want.
It's going to be a mess. He don't want to go back to the house. He's not got no place to go right now.
Mm-hmm. Well, he gonna have a place to go anyway.
I'll go back to his house.
Officer, I brought my car down here to keep it from being damaged to where I couldn't drive.
Well, get in here. I'll just write you a ticket, and we're gonna sit here. And if the car moves, non-licensed driver.
I'm in the
Get in the
car.
car so you won't get any more wet.
Larry, sit in the car. I'm not gonna.
So I don't want you to get sick. I enjoy the ride, or you my daddy. I don't want you to get sick.
He's gonna
I
write
don't
me
want
a
to stand
ticket.
here and argue with you
Listen, he's
either.
gonna write me a ticket.
I want him to
Come
leave
on.
us alone.
I'm gonna get a licensed driver to come and drive.
What's your address?
I'm homeless right now.
How you going to take care of him if you're homeless?
I've got plans to get him taken care of. I wouldn't put him in this situation.
Later that afternoon, Melissa and Leroy are safely transported to a motel.
And I'll see how you can take care of somebody that's sick when you ain't got a home yourself. My concern with everything is his daughter's a known pill user, so there's a good possibility that's why she come to get him, is because of all the medications that he has. I hope that she don't steal them or sell them, but they're taking him to a hotel right now. And what happens to him from there, be hard to say, but he's going to be a whole lot happier, so that's all we can do.
A family crisis put on hold in Ashe County. As day turns to night, over in Sullivan County, another drama is about to unfold. Deputy Richard Lingerfeld is cruising the highway when he spots a car pull into an empty parking lot and shut off its lights. Lingerfeld turns around to investigate.
Car pulled over in that store parking lot back there that's closed, and he pulled over there and cut his headlights off. So I'm just making sure that he see me turn around, so he's leaving. See which way he goes.
The driver has apparently seen the deputy and wants nothing to do with him. Up ahead, the car has ducked off the highway, so Lingerfeld turns down the same road and gives chase.
I don't know what he was up to, but he acted suspicious when he seen me. He pulled out and then he turned on his side road, and I think he's blacked out on me. I don't know where he went. Yeah, he's blacked out. I don't know where he went to. I'm gonna backtrack to see if he pulls out. He was hiding for something.
And what that is, Deputy Lingerfeld intends to find out as he scours the darkness for any sign of the missing vehicle and its driver. Sullivan County, Tennessee, Deputy Richard Lingerfeld is in a game of cat and mouse with a mysterious motorist. The driver has ducked off the highway onto a small side road and cut the headlights to avoid being seen. Moments later, something catches the deputy's eye. Bingo! Lingerfeld spots the car parked halfway down a driveway with its lights off.
Hello.
Howdy.
I was looking for the sheriff's office. The reason I pulled in behind you, I seen you pulled in the store over there, and then you cut your lights off, and then when I turned around, you put your lights on and pulled out. And
I was texting, and I didn't want to drive. Is why I stopped there at the store.
Okay, do you live here?
No, sir.
Okay, why did you pull in this driveway then?
Because I didn't know what was going on. I was just scared. Like I said, I pulled in there to text, and I didn't want to drive and text.
I appreciate that. I mean, that's good. Yeah. Do you see what I'm saying, though? You know, it kind of looked, when I turned around, you pulled out real quick with your head and turned your headlights on, and then you pulled in this driveway. Have you been drinking anything tonight?
Just a little bit.
Okay, how much have you had to drink?
Probably, it's been about maybe 2 hours since I had a beer.
That all you had, one beer?
Maybe two.
Maybe two?
Yeah.
Have you ever had any DUIs or anything?
I had one probably when I was 19, and I'm 57, and that's the last time I had any trouble.
Well, you wouldn't do a couple of tests for me?
Yes, sir. And I'll just tell you, I had a couple of buddies of mine came in from out of town. I had high school friends I hadn't seen in 15 or 20 years. I hadn't had anything to drink but ice water for at least 3 or 4 hours.
If you will, step out of the car for a minute. Now on my pen, I want you to fall with your eyes only. Don't fall with your head, just your eyes. Okay?
The deputy conducts a series of standard sobriety tests.
1, 2, 3. 1002, 1003, 1004, excuse me.
Right now, I think that you've had a little bit more than what you say you've had. You're a little bit too impaired, in my opinion, to be driving. You're being placed under arrest, but I'm going to help you out a little bit. Have you got somebody that can come get your vehicle?
I can call my brother. Hey, man, I'm out here and I've been arrested for probably having too much to drink, but I need you to come pick up my car if you can.
Tell them I'll be right there.
All right, appreciate it.
No problem.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Just have to sit out there and get you out here in just a second. Driving while you've had a little bit too much to drink with your friends that you ain't seen in a while, there's a line there you shouldn't cross. And unfortunately, he crossed it.
As Deputy Lingerfeld finishes processing this DUI case, in another part of the county, Deputy Travis Jackson has just received a tip on the possible whereabouts of a couple on the most wanted list, Logan and Rose Leedy. The Leedys are wanted for a string of thefts and have avoided capture for more than a year.
We got a vague description on where Logan and Rose Leedy may be. They're staying with a couple. We were able to confirm an apartment complex in which we went to last night, and they wouldn't come to the door, but we knew they were inside. So we're gonna go up here, and if we can confirm that they're inside and that they're just not coming to the door, then we can force entry and go in and effectively arrest that.
Deputy Jackson meets up with Deputies Woods and Barrett to discuss a plan of action.
We're gonna go in blacked out. We're gonna park down from it, sneak up to it, see what we can hear, and go from there. And then we can take it a step further. You ready? Yeah. We're right down from the apartments now, so we're getting ready to shut it down and go dark, go in, covert.
249 LB27, that vehicle here, 394, right past BB&T.
Is it these? No, it's the ones back in here. Just watch your step. Just be careful about the gravel when you step.
You mean you don't want me to kill them around?
As Deputy Jackson takes his position outside the front door, he can hear several people talking inside the apartment.
We're trying to get our power turned on, and he keeps spending money. I said I was not going to break into this $200 no matter what. Now I have to because of you.
While listening for evidence that the Leedys are inside, Jackson overhears talk about other potential criminal activity.
They're my bills too. I figured that did. Yeah, bitch. I don't give a it's my bills. I'm doing it anyway. Just give me $20 for half. He's giving me 2 5-inches. That's the hurt.
They've apparently got a bunch of bills in there.
We have to drink it any time before lunch. And we usually are trying to come get it.
Deputy Jackson is convinced his fugitives are inside and decides the time to strike is now.
Sheriff's office.
Jackson and his team have staked out an apartment in Sullivan County where they suspect fugitives Logan and Rose Leedy are hiding out.
I'm sick of that.
From the sounds of things, there is criminal activity involving pills going on behind closed doors.
I don't give a it's my bills. I'm doing it anyway.
Deputy Jackson decides to take action.
Who is it?
Sheriff's office.
Sheriff's office.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey, who else here?
Me and my fiance and Amanda and Rose and Logan. Who are you looking for?
Logan and Rose here?
Is that who you're looking for?
Where are they at?
Give me just a second, because they was turning themselves in. They were getting ready.
Well, let me step in here.
You can step right in, step right here.
Which room are they in? Listen, I heard.
And
Listen.
Logan,
Tell them to step out here and step out here
can
now.
you guys just step out, please? Where y'all at? They're just looking for y'all.
Step over here, face away from me. You take her. Come here. Come here. Where you going? Just face away from me. You ain't got anything on you? Put your hands behind your back.
We knew this was gonna happen. We were waiting, they were waiting.
Who else is here?
Hey, Justin. He's in the bathroom.
Tell him I know he's getting rid of pills. I don't care about that.
No. We ain't got nothing to do with them.
Yeah, that's cool. I appreciate your honesty. I appreciate you coming to the door. Everybody else just sit down until we get everything else squared away and all that.
I hate sending them to jail, but I mean, it'll get done and over with, and you don't have to worry about it.
Like I said, he done paid him.
I've never been to jail. I don't know what to say.
Nobody else is here?
No,
Okay, I'm just going to take a quick look, okay?
Go ahead.
Before y'all knocked on the door, she said, I'm ready for my mugshot. She knew
Right.
she was going. I wanted to answer, but I couldn't. And I didn't want her to go because she was scared, but she's living in a tent.
I understand.
I think he's staying with his grandmother, possibly.
I'll take that. What's your name? We're gonna check in. I love you.
Wait on me, you know, we're being here.
I will.
Can I get a video on?
My cups are at the jail.
I'm looking for a hoodie.
This is, well, I get it. I get it.
You've been told me, so I'm gonna be told you I'm wasting one more time. I ain't know that. Anything on you at all because you know the drill.
That's my knowledge. I don't have nothing. I know I don't have no drugs, nothing like that. All right, that's what I'm talking about. I'm gonna try to pull up my pants.
For this Bonnie and Clyde couple wanted for a string of thefts, their time on the run has come to an end.
Get you a couple good draws before you stood out.
And their new life behind bars is just beginning.
Ian?
Yeah.
We're gonna get out of here, but I do need to tell you, you know, we heard what y'all were talking about the pills. We know what's going on with everything. We're not gonna hem you up on that right now, but I'm telling you, from this point forward, if you don't want the charges, stop.
If y'all have a problem on the pills, get help so you don't get in trouble and end up
That's
in
what we're trying to do, really,
yeah.
truthfully. We really are.
Yeah, I'm just dropping you a heads
Tell
up.
Logan and them we love them. Tell them we're very sorry about this. I hope they get it over.
You did, and that's the thing. If you hadn't, this was going a different route. So this went down the best way it could have tonight. So, all right, thank y'all. We could clearly hear people talking inside, talking about all sorts of drugs and drug paraphernalia, the selling of drugs. So at that point, we make a decision to go ahead and knock on the door. The waiting is over. They knew that this was coming, and they were even preparing themselves for that. So they knew that it was just a matter of time, and this was the time. We had other units transport them to the jail, and we're going to go over here and answer the calls that are backing up. Yeah, I've been looking for them for, dang, a long time. I was hoping they would open the door so I could just, you know, catch them red-handed with the drugs. But that's why dude went to the bathroom, is to flush his stash, which got rid of that. It's funny, like when police come to the door, people have to go to the bathroom.
The year-long manhunt is finally over. It's a positive conclusion for the Sullivan County Sheriff's Office and a profound sense of relief for Logan and Rose Leedy.
Pretty much, we went homeless there, what, about 2 years ago?
Yeah.
We started stealing for food, stealing to make money. We was living in our car for about 6 months doing that. We got kind of on drugs there for a little bit.
And then everything was about getting drugs.
Yeah, it seemed like it was the only thing that kind of helped.
Yeah.
But we started detoxing there. We decided to quit. So we just pretty much been stealing to survive, and
We ain't stolen over a year and a half, though.
we've been going to church and stuff like that, trying to get our life straightened out, get our kids back. But I couldn't get a job with all of this on me, you know.
We're really thankful that this actually happened.
Yeah.
Because we needed to get it behind us. We just didn't have the guts to come up here and do it.
We've been running for too long, and we can't really have life with our kids or with our parents or anything like that as long as we're, you know, most wanted.
Yeah.
So.